My name's Konner, and I do all the throwing events for Sturgis, the javelin, shot put, and discus. And then just looking forward to this year, like being able to improve and keep getting better. And now that I'm a senior and I've been doing it all 4 years, I'm starting to get to where I'm actually placing and like the higher up placings. And this last Saturday, it was the annual Rapid City developmental meet, and I got the 4th place in javelin, which was the first time we've thrown javelin in like an actual meet and where it counted, and then 3rd in the shot put and 2nd or 3rd, I believe, in discus. And it was just really good, and I PR'd, I think, in everything since last year and got the unofficial school record for javelin, even though last year it wasn't like sanctioned, I guess they said. And just really looking forward to competing in the conference and all that. I hope to finish in the top and get more points than I did last year for the team, and it's just all looking good.
I'm Lexi Long. I'm a senior, and I am a thrower. My goals for the season is, well, to make it back to the state tournament, and hopefully I'll do a little bit better than I did last time. Last Saturday, I PR'd in the javelin by quite a few feet. I won the shot put, and I got 7th in discus.
Steve Hilton, throws coach for Sturgis Brown High School. Talking about our throwers, we had just an absolutely awesome performance to come out of the gate on Saturday. We have 27 throwers this year, which is really exciting. It makes practice kind of difficult sometimes getting practice in for everybody. But one of the fun things that we like to do with the throwers is when anybody throws a new personal record, they earn a caramel apple sucker. And that's just kind of our own little fun incentive. And coming off of Saturday, I've got a sack full of 45 suckers that I got to hand out today for all of the performances that everybody did on Saturday.
Our guest is Blake Proefrock, the Scoopers head track and field coach, and another season underway.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good start. Anytime, the weather has been pretty good. Obviously, the first meet we had here was, it was a little cool. I don't think quite got to the temperature that it was supposed to. But anytime you can get a meet in, this early in the year without being rescheduled and whatnot is pretty good. And really, for training purposes, practices went pretty well. I have a bunch of kids out, and the weather's cooperated pretty well with that as well. So it's kind of fun always to get started, and once you hit spring, it's kind of nice to see.
Yeah, it looks like you got a lot of kids, and they're motivated.
Yeah, they are. It seemed like we're ready to get out here and ready to get going, and a lot of them coming out of their winter sports and things like that. Didn't really have much time off, and so they just jumped right into it, and did performed pretty well at this first go. So it was nice to see.
Coach, the team went down to Rapid City for the developmental track meet last Saturday. Boy, you had a lot of good performances down there.
Yeah, we really did. It was awesome to see, that early in the year. And, like I said, the weather wasn't great, but good enough to get something in, and we had some quality performances without a doubt. The throwers as a whole, a lot of times, they're kind of off in the back 40 or something, not right on the track where everybody gets to see them all the time. And I definitely tip my hat to them, Coach Hilton, Lexi Long with the win there, and Konner, Berndt, and a lot of them placing. Sophia, was placing. Desi Rhodes right up there. Austin Adio had some good throws. Just a lot of kids did exceptionally well, out there in the rings and things like that, and that we don't always get to see. And so that was awesome. It was awesome to see them succeed as a whole. And then, we just, kind of a lot of the kids, that they put in a lot of work and they kind of showed up, last year at the end of the year. They kind of, just took off this year where they ended last year. Ridge Inhofer with the win in the 400. Aiden Hederman won the pole vault, was, I think, 2nd in the 300 hurdles and 3rd in the 110s or something like that. So there were a lot of good performances. Girls side, again, Avery Marler, young girl, freshman. I think she was 3rd in the 100, 3rd in the 400, and 3rd in the 200, and I think she got 5th in the long jump. And if it's all ifs and buts, but she had a couple jumps where she was just off or just scratched there, where they would have been pretty big in the long jump too. So Novalee Dinkins, I think she was second in the 400. Sawyer Dennis ran really well in the 400 as well. And so, yeah, we had just a lot of good performances, a lot of kids, out, a lot of kids doing really well. A lot of kids, honestly, it's awesome to see them pick up, and improve from where they left off last year. And we saw a lot of that. There were actually a lot of personal bests from, maybe some sophomores or something like that kind of really picked up off of where they were last year. And, honestly, I think some of that possibly has to do maybe still with maybe some remnants of COVID, maybe missing a year, and they're still kind of, things maybe clicking and picking up and carrying on with that. So, it was just great to see, great to be out there. It's great to see, everyone else. It was a little bit smaller meet because it was just all the AA schools, but it's always great to see everybody, and it's always a good time of year when the sun's out and it's good enough to be on the track.
Congratulations, Coach, on a great performance in your first meet. What's up next?
We're going to go out to Douglas this upcoming weekend on Saturday, and then we follow that up Tuesday back out there, kind of JV meet. I think it's listed as a qualifier too, but we're out there the next two meets, and for all of our kids to get out there and get a good performance and get a good mark. So everybody, one way or another, will be at one of those meets, and so that's where we're headed, and that's what we're looking forward, and hopefully we get some good practice in this week and be ready for that.
Thanks, Coach, and good luck.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it.